Hi, my name is Mark Sanchez, and I'm running for supervisor of District 9. District 9 is Bernal Heights, Mission, Portola, and St. Mary's Park. I'm running for District 9 supervisor because I think I'm well suited and I'm the best candidate for the job to lead District 9. I have many qualifications for the position. I'm currently the school board president in San Francisco. I've been the president for the last 2 years, having been elected by my colleagues 2 years running unanimously. I have an extensive legislative record on the school board. I've helped to move the school board in a fashion that's progressive and forward-thinking. And I've also led in the hiring of our current superintendent, Carlos Garcia, one of the best superintendents in the country. And I've been able to do that because I've been able to move the school board into a direction to work together as a team instead of working against each other over the last 2 years. And we have unity right now. I feel comfortable actually leaving the school board and know that the school board that comes and with the superintendent will be able to move the district forward as well. There are many issues that District 9 faces, of course. Affordable housing and development are huge issues within the entire city, but in District 9 we're seeing folks being moved out because of the high cost of living and the high cost of housing over time. So what I would propose is that we use our resources to rehabilitate housing so that empty units are brought back onto the market at an affordable rate. We also need to look at our land trust, which we currently have, and we need to increase the land trust and be able to build affordable housing on that land and make sure that it is affordable for generations to come. As well, there's a lot of development that's on the horizon with the Eastern Neighborhoods Plan, and in particular with the Mission Neighborhoods Plan of that massive plan. And we need to make sure that any development that comes has community benefits built into it. So for example, with height limits being raised along the Mission corridor from 40 or so feet to 80 or so feet, we need to make sure that developers include affordable housing, real affordable housing at higher limits in those new developments, as well as other community benefits such as open space, green areas for families and children to be able to benefit from the new developments. Violence prevention is key for anything that we are going to do in the Mission District to make sure that we're a safe community. The murders and the homicide rate in San Francisco has gone up over time, but in the Mission it's gone up drastically, whereas in the Western Addition, Supervisor Mirakarimi's district, they've seen a drastic reduction in violence and in homicide rates. And what they've done there, and what I want to emulate in the Mission District, is to make sure that everybody who works with youth, who works on crime reduction and violence prevention, gang prevention, really sit down at the same table with the police brass, with small business owners, with the school district as well, and with the supervisor, and make sure you identify the hot spots and go after the hot spots before violence erupts. As well, we need to make sure that our schools are open later and on the weekend and in the summer to make sure that kids are engaged in meaningful activities so that they're not on the streets. And I think that if we do those two things, including beefing up our community policing efforts and making sure that police have the cultural competencies they need to interact with our communities, I think that violence will be reduced in the Mission and in other areas of the city. In the environment and with transportation, we need to do better. I think we're on the right path, and I think that the mayor has done some good things, and the supervisors as well. But I think that we really need to look at the Clean Energy Act, which is on the ballot in November, and make sure it passes. If it passes, it'll mandate that San Francisco energy comes from clean and renewable resources 100% by the year 2040. That'll drastically reduce pollution, our carbon footprint, and make sure that generations to come can live in a healthy environment. Finally, I am running for supervisor for District 9, which again is Bernal, Mission, Portola, and St. Mary's Park, because I think I'm the best for the job. I have a really great ability to work with a wide variety of folks with different perspectives and bring them to the table and get work done. Thank you for your time.
SF Votes. The League of Women Voters has joined with your public, educational, and government cable stations to provide the election information you need. SF Votes. Meet the candidates, learn about the city's ballot measures, and find out how you can make your voice heard. SF Votes. Grassroots, independent, complete election coverage you can find nowhere else. Brought to you by the League of Women Voters, Access SF, EATV, and SFG TV.